Hey, Mike. What do you say to the guys after a game like this, where obviously it's got to be frustrating? You lose, in blowout fashion to a division rival, to a big rival, but also on some level, the guys in the room have to know, how shorthanded they are because of COVID protocols.
Yeah, I think probably I'll take some time to think about it a little bit more before we address it, Charlie. To be honest with you, said a lot during the game. So, I think probably what the message is going to be is, like, in all honesty, obviously we were missing some guys. So how do you compensate for that? Well, you up your compete level. You dig in harder to your team game. And obviously you have to show more resilience, heart, whatever you want to say. And, you look at tonight, I thought we had an okay start. And then next thing you know, they score a goal, and it was just after that, it was like, whether we didn't believe that we could win, or whatever the case was, we were not good enough. And so for me, I think the biggest message, more than anything, we can talk about X's and O's and game plans and everything else, is just about, how hard do you fight? And we can look at where we're at right now in the season, and we can just sort of accept our fate for the rest of the way and say, maybe it's not our year, bad luck, this and that. And you can do the same thing in a game, or you can fight and you can determine your own fate, regardless of what the circumstances are. There's going to be times where maybe you don't get the result that you're looking for, but you're going to go down swinging if that's the case. And I didn't think we did that tonight. So I think that's the biggest thing that we have to address.
Follow up, Charlie?
Yeah, I guess, you mentioned about the compete level and going down swinging. It did seem like the guys were frustrated, but how do you channel that frustration into, positive energy and actually, looking like you have that compete level out there?
Well, toughness is obviously there's an element of toughness on the ice. You battle your courage, and you show up and you compete and you battle and you play physical, but there's another form of toughness, and that's mental toughness. And again, that's not feeling sorry for yourself. That's not letting frustration get the best of you. That's not letting a bad bounce or something that didn't work out well determine your fate. Things happen, bad things happen, but what are you going to do? And so you have to make sure that you respond to that. And again, I think that this game, the way I see it is we have a chance to prove that this isn't us, because obviously right now things are not going well enough during the season. Individual games like this, we need to find a way to push harder, to not let one goal turn to two to three. So we have to show more fight in that situation, and we're going to have a great opportunity to do that going forward.
Jordan Hall, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, it seemed like you guys really got after it in the second period, but do you think you just ran out of gas in the third?
Jordan, you know what? I don't, to be honest with you. I don't think it was they played last night. I don't think it was a matter of energy. I think it's sort of the way that you prepare for a game. I really believe that, the harder you fight, the more prepared that you are to give. The more able you are to keep fighting and keep going through the game. And I just didn't think that we had that tonight. So, whether it was because we looked at our lineup and didn't think that we had enough, I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. We'll have a discussion about that tomorrow and try to get to the bottom of it. But bottom line is, I think, like I said, going forward, we have an opportunity to prove that that's not us. That's the situation that we're in the season. That's the situation we were in the game tonight. That's how we responded. How are we going to respond going forward? I obviously am very hopeful that it'll be differently.
And last question, Anthony Sanfilippo, you're on with Coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, you've talked a little bit about this now, about you get off to the okay start and then you give up the one goal, and it's almost like you feel like maybe you can't win the game at that point. Are you looking at it and saying, is that just tonight? Or do you look at it as this being a chronic thing throughout the season? Because I think you guys only have 1, maybe 2 wins when giving up the first goal in the game.
2, and I think it's 16 games.
Yeah, 2. That's
yeah.
what it is.
So yes, it was, this is something that I'm not looking at just tonight. That's for sure. I believe that there's, an element of it that, you have to show your determination and continue to fight and not just say it's not our night tonight. You can't just say it's just not our season this year. I also believe that there's, an approach that you have to take in that situation where, you can't just say, give up a goal and just say it's all or nothing. We got to get the next goal. And then you give up 2 and 3 more. So there's also an approach to it, but I think more than anything, it's mindset and determination. So, like I said, we have a chance to prove ourselves here and we have to take advantage of that.